welcome to Montessori Monday. So as promised, today I am going to show you Carter's room. So today for Montessori Monday I'm going to show you his floor bed and just some of the things in his room. Now he shares a room with his brother, so there's really not any cool decorations or anything to it because we're still trying to figure out the direction which room's going to take, but really they sleep in here, so well, we wish Carter slept in here more, but he doesn't, and that's okay. So I'm just going to kind of give you a quick view of the room and what it is, and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the floor bed. Okay, so this is a general overview of the room. Like I said, he shares a bed with his brother. So Carter has the bottom floor bed, and Nick has the top. And then when you walk in, I have very simplistic stuff in his room because their bedroom really is supposed to be relaxing and calming, so I don't really have a lot of toys in there. And then over here, this is actually Carter's closet, and then this is his dressing area. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this for a minute. Because Carter is still cloth diapered, I still do change him on the changing pad. And then he has his dressers. Now this eventually, I'm going to open this up and I hope everything doesn't fall out. But this is actually just my baby blanket storage thing right now. So see, I just have baby blankets in there. Eventually what this is actually going to be is I'm going to hang closet rods in here, and this is going to be like his little closet where he can choose the clothes he wants to wear. That way I'll just hang outfits in there and then he can choose, so it gives him that sense of independence and knowing that he can actually pick his own clothes. And then like down here is, if they're messy, excuse it, but he does pull through. He has like his pants, he has his pajamas, and then up here is like his, just his socks and onesies and his cloth swim diapers I got, and like his pumpkin liners that I use if I have to use those with his cloth diapers. So this is his dressing area for the moment, and his hamper, which I do need to do laundry. But it's so funny because he actually likes to put his dirty clothes in the hamper. But I have to be very careful because sometimes he'll put his clean clothes in the hamper, so I'm always constantly pulling that out and looking. And then over here he has his wooden train, a little car, a basket full of books, and then actually, sorry, the diffuser is up here. He had pneumonia, so we were diffusing doTERRA's Breathe for him, just to kind of help him sleep, but normally this isn't up here, so I'm just going to sit this down. But then he has this, it's that I think it's the Bee Zany toy, so it's just the cube toy, and he plays with it. He honestly doesn't play a whole lot in here. But then here is his actual floor bed. So this is where Carter should sleep. He does actually take naps in here during the day. He still kind of sleeps with us at night. So that is where he is. But it's low to the ground. This is actually the IKEA Cura bed. So we just bought a second mattress. It's the same mattress that's on the top for the bottom, and stuck it down. And it actually sits up just a little bit here above the bedding. So it's, you know, the top of the mattress is up here. It's about a good inch above. And that allows him to be able to move about freely, so that he has the independence to get in and out of bed by himself. So that pretty much is the room. So I do tend to get a lot of questions regarding the floor bed. A lot of people ask me, like, well, how do you get him to stay in bed? Well, when he's tired, he goes to bed and he stays in bed. I had bought him a crib originally, and we never used it. It literally was the biggest waste of money I think I've ever done. Well, there was quite a few things that I bought that I think were a waste of money, like the really expensive carousel bedding for his crib that he never slept in. So I actually sold his crib when he was about 7 months old, because that's when I really started researching the floor bed option and looking into it. And I liked the idea because, you know, eventually toddlers learn how to climb out of their cribs. And I actually had posted on my Facebook about how I was converting Carter to a floor bed, and one of my friends commented and said, I actually think that's a grand idea. If I ever have any more kids, I'm never buying another crib ever. She had said that her son, when he was about 15 months old, had figured out how to climb out of the crib, but actually physically fell out of the crib, hitting his head, had to spend time in a local big hospital, like the neurology hospital, to make sure that he was okay. Thankfully, he was absolutely okay. He didn't have any lasting damage or really any damage at all. But it was like one of those things that like reaffirmed my decision. My oldest daughter did climb out of the crib, but thankfully she would climb out and fall to her butt. And then she started actually climbing out of her crib when she was 8 months old. I put her to bed one night. I heard a thump, and I was like, what was that? And the next thing I know, she comes crawling down the hallway. She couldn't even walk yet. She was crawling down the hallway. And I was like, what? So she ended up being in a toddler bed when she was just around a year. We had to transition her to a toddler bed. And even when toddler beds, I worried that they would roll and fall out. And with this, with Carter's floor bed, I do take a blanket and I roll it. I actually been using it because we have like, we're in really frigid weather right now. So I've been using the big blanket for my car blanket for him. But I would roll it up and I stuck it under the mattress. Not mattress, I'm sorry, the sheet, the fitted sheet, and rolled it right along the edge. So that if he did hit it, he would kind of think of it in his head like a buffer, and he would roll back the other way. He's never rolled completely out of the floor bed. So I like this only because it is safer. Like, it makes me feel safer that if he's going to crawl out, it's fine. His room is completely baby-proofed. There are plug covers, our blinds are made so that he can't like hang himself. His diaper organizer is safe and sturdy. His dresser is anchored to the wall, so if he tries to climb onto his dresser, it won't topple on him. So we've taken a lot of safety precautions. I do live in a 2-story house, and it's funny, but we taught Carter at a very early age how to go up and down the steps by himself. So he does it all day long. He goes up and down the steps all day long. If his siblings are upstairs, he'll come upstairs, or if I'm upstairs, he'll come upstairs. He knows how to go up and down the steps by himself. He sits in the middle of the hallway and spins around on his belly and then scoots backwards and then goes down the steps. So I don't worry about him going down the steps, and I can guarantee every single time he's ever been in his bed and he has awakened, even if it's the middle of the night, he comes running down the hallway straight to my bedroom. Like, my husband laughs because he will actually bypass my husband and come all the way around the bed to come to my side of the bed, because he knows I'm going to put him in my bed. So I've never had an issue with him going anywhere in the house or getting in anything that he shouldn't. And I'm sure that time will come, and when it does, we'll take preventive measures. I was putting a baby gate up on his door for a little while when we first started transitioning, just because I was worried about the steps or getting into the bathroom or something like that. And because my litter box is in there, so I can't really shut the door, or my cats would not be happy and I would not be happy. My cats were using my house as their litter box. So I have thought about putting a baby gate actually up on the bathroom door, but only because I have dogs that keep going there and eating cat food. But Carter's never gone in there. He just comes straight to my bed. The same thing when he wakes up from naps. Once or twice I would shut his door. I don't do that anymore because I found that by shutting him in the room, and it was the same thing with the baby gate, it made him feel more trapped and he would lose his mind. And it would take me a little while to get him calmed down after naps because he would just be so upset. So we don't put anything up. So now when he actually wakes up from the nap, I usually hear him walking on the floor because it's hardwood floor downstairs, and then I'll usually stand at the bottom of the steps and I'll say, come on, and then he'll come down the steps and right to me. So safety's not really an issue. I would say that if anybody was considering a floor bed, take your kid's personality into consideration and work it accordingly. Like I said, I don't have any issues. Carter, like I said, goes up and down the steps by himself. He doesn't go anywhere, but he comes straight to me when he wakes up, and it hasn't been a problem. We haven't had any issues, and he has been sleeping on the floor bed for quite some time now. Like I said, nighttime, it's still hit or miss. I would say 90% of the time he's in my bed. 10% of the time he sleeps in his floor bed, on his floor bed. But he always usually naps in here. Almost every day I put him in here for his naps. So we do have, it works really well for us. I do know that there have been some Montessori moms that I've read said, I tried the floor bed, it didn't work, and it doesn't work for everyone. And that's okay, because everybody's kids' personalities are different. And he's just Carter's a pretty laid back kind of kid, and he's very clingy, so he's never very far from me. So he finds me the second he opens his eyes. But that's really it. So if you have any questions about the floor bed or the room setup, leave them down below. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Every Monday will be a Montessori video. Next week will be activities. If there's anything in particular you want to see, let me know, and I will do my best to do a video for it. And I hope you enjoyed watching. Talk to you later. Bye.